mécanique à aérodynamique.
Hello everybody and welcome back to a double model unboxing today. We have two NG models, both of these picked up from a Jet Collector. So yes, very exciting for this unboxing here with these two models. So we have the Ryanair 737-800 with the split scimitar winglets, and also the United 787-10 in the Evo-blue livery. So yes, very excited for these two models right here, and they should both be very great, since of course NG models, they never fail with their models. They never fail to impress with their models, I should say. So yes, we have these two very nice models right here, or hopefully very nice models. I'd imagine that they are, thanks to the fact that the box bears that logo. So we will begin with the Ryanair one, and this of course I got for my Riga airport, as Ryanair is the second largest airline at Riga. So I did want to pick up a second model. I still want to get a Max 8, so hopefully NG releases that one at some point, the Ryanair Max 8. I think JC did one, and that's pretty much sold out everywhere, and where it's not is really expensive, so I'm not going to be picking up that one quite yet. I'll probably wait till NG releases a Ryanair Max 8. Or maybe Gemini will. I kind of doubt it, but if they do, then I'll pick up the Gemini Jet one, as that is the future for Ryanair. But this is also kind of the future for Ryanair, which we will discuss after we unbox the model. So the box is pretty simple here. We just have like the little Ryanair logo in the back there, kind of faded in, like, I guess just kind of a faded color there, like kind of a gray, with some yellow and blue fading gradient stripes right there. I'm not sure what that's supposed to form necessarily, if that's like supposed to be like a logo or anything, but because it doesn't really look like, you know, the regular Ryanair logo, but it's still a pretty interesting look on the box. And then we have the Ryanair logo down there, registration, and then the NG model logo. Of course, the Ryanair logo in white on the side, and here we have the aircraft, and the back is the same as the front, just with all of the legal stuff and all that. So yeah, box looks pretty cool. Now we can get into the model here. And here it is, the beautiful Ryanair 737-800 in their regular livery with split scimitars. Really Ryanair's only livery. But yeah, we'll get started with the review. We have our cockpit windows up here. We have the the nose gear down there, and then here's the L1 boarding door. When we have the Ryanair logo and the Ryanair billboard titles right there. And the livery itself features a dark blue belly, and then the yellow line, which just kind of goes the length of the aircraft right there. Here we have our overwing exits and exit paths, and we have here our CFM56 engines, looking very good. And here are the split scimitar winglets, and those also look very nice. That's a new thing that Ryanair is adding, and so yeah, that looks very nice right there with the yellow bottom part. And then of course we have the Ryanair logo in yellow on the blue on the outside, and then on the inside it is the blue on white. And so this aircraft is registered to Ireland, and the registration is Echo India Delta Lima Yankee. Then also we have the L2 door. Then here is the beautiful Ryanair logo. And so yeah, that pretty much completes the livery. It's a very simple livery, but pretty iconic one as well in Europe, as they are the largest airline in Europe. So that is very impressive for Ryanair. And so yeah, I will say the blue might be a little bit dark, and that seemed to be the consensus from what I've heard. Like, just needs to be a little bit brighter, and normally NG does a pretty good job of that, actually making their planes a little bit too bright sometimes. But this blue might be a little bit too dark, but I mean, it's not too bad, and the mold more than makes up for the slight inaccuracy in the color. I mean, I have the Phoenix 737-800 with the blended winglets, and that mold is not too great. So this one will definitely look very good in the Riga airport updates. So now I was going to talk about the split scimitar. So Ryanair looks to be kind of doing what Southwest did with their 737-800s, as Southwest put split scimitars on all their 737-800s, and Ryanair is doing the same with their 737-800s. They have started applying split scimitars. This is the first aircraft to get them, I believe, but there are now quite a few with them, and I think their plan is to eventually do all of them. So definitely their intent is to keep the 737-800s for a while to come. I mean, they have the MAX 8s, but definitely it's still a majority 738, and I guess they're stating their intention to keep them with adding the split scimitar winglets. I forgot to mention the aerials in this model. We do have one antenna on the top, and then the standard 3 on the bottom there, and here's the bottom of the aircraft. Looking very nice, and also the landing gear roll very well. So yeah, very nice model here by NG. It's basic, but it gets checks all the boxes. So good job right here by NG, and I am glad to add that model to the collection. And so our next model here, one which is also very exciting, and may even be a little more exciting to my mostly American audience. It is the United 787-10 in the Evo-blue livery. So I'm not exactly sure when this model was released. I know the Ryanair 738, that was released back in the springtime, like March or April, and then it just kept on getting delayed, and then I think eventually came out, like probably the model was made, it was delayed until like June or July. So that one was delayed for a while. I didn't have it on pre-order, I just waited to get it, and now is an appropriate time. And also I bought it really just after I came back from Europe, so not that it took that long to ship, I've just been waiting to make this video. Yeah, it was, I guess, probably a purchase that I made just kind of out of me experiencing European aviation and wanting a model to represent it. But I already have a few of those, but Ryanair is definitely. Enough about Ryanair. We're going to move on to United. So this is the box art. It looks really cool here with the globe going on it. I really like this box art. Also has, again, the faded United logos. I guess that's kind of a theme here with this unboxing today, with these NG models. But yeah, we have the 787-10 Dreamliner. Here is the aircraft CGI. Then we have United logo down there, the NG model logo. And then here's this side with the United logo, and then the aircraft once again. And the back, of course, is the same as the front. So, yeah, pretty standard NG box, but they did a great job with the box art on this one. And we will get this guy out of here. And here is our next model, the United 787-10 Dreamliner by NG Models. I'll start with our review up here. We have our cockpit windows. There is the Star Alliance logo right there. Not sure what that says, but probably something related to the aircraft. You can try to zoom it in there. Yeah, I can't read what that says, unfortunately. But we have our nose gear down there, L1 boarding door. We have the United billboard titles up here, and then we also have our L2 door. There is the first antenna up there, and then also a SATCOM dome. Here are the engines with nicely detailed little chevrons in the back, and of course with the Evo-blue color on them. Also the wing feature plenty of detail applicable to the 787, so that looks very nice right there. And then we have our L3 door, and then back here we have our registration, which is November 12010. Dreamliner down there, and the American flag, and then the L4 door, and two antennae towards the back. And then we also have our Evo-blue tail. And the livery itself, very simple here, as we just went over pretty much the entire thing, but it is gray on the bottom, and then there's a little blue stripe, which kind of waves up and down through the aircraft and terminates up here by the APU, which, by the way, is also detailed on here very nicely. Here's the bottom of the aircraft. We have our main gear, which do not tilt, but they do roll, you can see. And then we also have the final antenna right there. Also a stand hole on the bottom, unlike the 737. And so, Yeah, very simple livery, but once again, NG did a great job with this aircraft. I think they have a pretty good 787 mold right here, and once again, happy to add another NG model to the collection. And the colors look very nice, on point on this one. And so, yeah, will be a nice model to add for, fictional airport. And since I'm a kind of a fan of United Airlines, just adding another United aircraft to the fleet. And also, since they ordered so many 787s, I'm not sure if they ordered many 787-10s. Most of them were 787-9s. But since they did make that massive order of 787s, and since they already have a lot of 787s, they're going to be a very 787 heavy fleet. I figured it was probably worth it just to invest in getting a 787, and maybe a future one down the line when one gets released, preferably a 787-9 since they already have the 10. I don't think it would be worth getting another 7810, but this one here looks very nice. And so yeah, I'm glad to add it, and it will look great on the display shelf and whatever airport updates I use it at in the future, maybe even at Guam. We have seen the 787 at Guam. It's rare, but it has. I have seen it on the flight schedule there before, so it could make an appearance at Guam at some point. But yeah, these are the two aircraft unboxed today. Both very nice ones by NG models, and also very nice Boeing aircraft. I prefer Airbus, so it would be better if they were Airbus, but they still look very nice, so I'll give them that. But yeah, and she did a great job with these molds, with the color for the most part. Maybe a little bit off on the Ryanair, but it will still look great in the airport updates, and hopefully it look great in this unboxing. So thank you all for checking this one out. This was the unboxing of the United 787-10 by NG and the Ryanair 737-800 with split scimitar winglets. And that'll do it for today's unboxing, so I will see you tomorrow. And as always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.